coming to the last part of today, and the last difficult part, I think. So what I want to briefly speak about are basic financing rules of the European Union that apply to all financing programs. Basically, the money that the European Union gives is given in two different ways. One is called grants, and the other one is public procurement contracts. So grants is money that the European Union gives and you don't have to pay it back. This is for projects or activities that are realized and have a real relation to European Union policies. It can be related to any kind of European Union policies, but the important issue is that this is for projects or activities that implement in some way or the other European Union policies. And this money given like this, let me say. On the other hand, we have public procurement contracts. So this means there are projects that are carried out by European organizations, maybe by European industry, in order to provide some work for the European Union. Public procurement contracts are for the supply of goods, implementation of works or provision of services. So you have here a distinction between goods, which means something that is sold more or less, then work that is done for the European Union, or services provided to the European Union. And when I say European Union, this could also mean a government of one of the European Union member states. For your public procurement contracts, we have calls for tenders that are published. For example, in the so-called official journal of the European Union. There is official journal, and there you find all the public procurement contracts. There is also a website, which I will show you later, where you find all tenders for public procurement contracts in the European Union and outside. So grants, money given for free, public procurement contracts, you do work for a European government. I would further like to speak more about grants. What is a grant? A grant is given money to implement a project, but a project that is not aiming at commercial activities. So if you want to create a company, let us say, in order to sell something, you would not get a grant. A grant mainly is given, let us say, to research projects. So its objective should be non-commercial, and also it should be within the normal scope of an organization that applies for the grant. So this means also when you have a certain competence, you work in the field of IT, the European Commission would not give you a grant for projects in the field of agriculture or something like this. The project is managed by the grant beneficiary. This means when you get a grant, you are responsible for achieving the results, but the European Commission monitors and checks what is done with the money. Further, the results of the project are owned by the beneficiaries. So you carry out a project, research project, for example, you get a grant, and the research results owned by you. Again, I emphasize it cannot be commercial, so you would not get a grant, I repeat this, to produce a product that afterwards you will sell on the market. We can also say a grant is a payment of non-commercial nature by the contracting authority. Normally the European Commission can also be a national government, to a specific beneficiary to implement an action intended to help achieve an objective forming important is the beneficiary that implements the action. I said before that this beneficiary manages the project himself, and this would help to achieve an objective of a European policy. So the grant, and this also important, is not a donation. What is a donation?
Gift.
A gift, yes, exactly. You get something, a donation, a gift, a present. It's not a present. When you get a grant, you have to explain to the grant authority, to the contracting authority, what you want to do, what will be the results, and in which way it corresponds to European policy. Then you may get the grant, and in a general sense, the contracting authority then afterwards checks whether you have really done what you promised. So, the next point is also important. It is not a fixed amount normally, although this is discussed within the European Commission. But at the moment, a grant covers eligible incurred costs. What does it mean? It means, firstly, when you are a grant beneficiary, you have to explain what you have done and how you have done it. So this means you promise to do some research work, and you make a project plan, and you say, in order to get this research result, I have to work 100 person months, for example. Now, during the project, you have to write down your time, and at the end, it may turn out you have only worked 70 person months and not 100 person months. So the grant was calculated for 100 person months, but since you have worked only 70 person months, you will get only the money for 70 person months, not the whole amount of money. This is included in the meaning of a grant. Eligibly incurred costs. This means costs that have really taken place and eligible that were used only for this project. Is this clear? So this is a financial term, a European Commission term, but for grants it's very important, and we'll come back to this. Eligible incurred costs. Now there are different detailed conditions, and they vary from one program to the next. Normally, how do you apply for a grant? European Commission normally publishes call for proposals, and you can go back to the European Commission following the so-called call for proposals. What is a call for proposals? Who can say this? What is a proposal, firstly? Yes, a suggestion. You propose something. A proposal means you propose something that could be financed by the European Commission in form of a grant. Now, a call for proposals means that the European Commission publishes officially, please send to the European Commission by a certain date proposals to get grants. So this means this is some official document with a deadline. Basic principles. The European Commission doesn't finance everything normally. So you propose a research project to get a grant, and you say it costs €100,000, and then if the European Commission accepts this, they would maybe come back and say, okay, it costs €100,000, you have to finance, for example, €25,000 yourself, and we give you €75,000 for the project. You're not allowed to make any profit. So this means for a grant you have to declare how you work, let us say in a company or in a university. You have somebody working on the project, and you have to show to the European Commission what is the salary of this person. So if this person earns €3,000 a month, you cannot say for this project this person should get €6,000 a month. thing a second time. As also said in the last point, only one grant may be awarded for the same action. Okay? So a grant is not a gift, but a grant is given money that you don't have to pay back. In the sense it's similar to a gift, but it is given for something which implements European policies, and you have to explain exactly what you do with the money and show your books. The receivers of the grants are called beneficiaries, and everybody can be such a beneficiary, private organization, a government may be the receiver of a grant, but in the proposal, such a beneficiary has also to prove that they are able to implement the grant. Now, such a grant follows a certain program life cycle or implementation life cycle, and from the point of view of the European Commission, this is a rather complex life cycle. I have spoken before about the multi-annual financial framework that defines the whole framework within the budgetary heading. Now, you have seen that in this multi-annual financial framework, we have a lot of individual programs like IPA, like structural funds, and what they publish are so-called work programs, sometimes called operational programs, and these work programs, operational programs, publish technical content that the European Commission would finance within a grant. And then I mentioned call for proposals or calls for tenders. Then the European Commission publishes a document which says at a certain point of time we expect proposals, and then the response means that people, organizations send in proposals. European Commission evaluates and checks the proposal, whether this is good enough to get the grant. Then the European Commission gives the contract to what I call a beneficiary. Then this beneficiary can implement the contract, but the European Commission monitors the implementation of the grant, which means also that there is some or even a lot of reporting involved. So this is what I call at the moment implementation life cycle. I've tried to structure this in a very general way. This looks a little bit different for the structural funds of the IPA, and it looks also a bit different for the research programs, but it follows the same idea. So, is it clear the concept of the grant? This is very important for everything, and I mentioned in my first slide now after the break that we have on one side grants, on the other hand public procurement contracts. So grants follow call for proposals normally, and public procurement contracts we have call for tenders, and public procurement contract means that one organization carries out work for a contracting authority. There is another point that is also important that I didn't put on the slide when we speak about a grant. As I said, a grant is given money for the implementation of policies. This has a tax consequence, actually. When you sell something, I believe in all European countries, it is the same for goods or services you request, you have to pay VAT. Grants are exempt of VAT, and this is very important topic. Grant is tax-free. This is well established in all European member states, but for states that are joining the European Union, this is a very difficult topic. We have received grants in Bulgaria and got money from the European Commission. It was at that time very difficult for us to prove, to explain to the government what is a grant, and that the grant is tax-free, because the government some invoices for the money that we have received, including VAT, because we are a company actually. So this is an important topic. Grants are tax-free, which also means when you're working in a grant and you buy something to fulfill the grant, you cannot claim the VAT to the contracting authority. This is a kind of side remark. Any question for this? So what did we learn? We spoke about financing, and I told you that in very general terms, the European Commission gives funds, finances, activities to support the implementation of policies. Financing is based on multi-annual planning, so-called multi-annual financial framework. And in this framework, we have budgetary headings, they refer to policies. We spoke about grants and tenders, and we spoke about the European Investment Bank and the European Bank for Reconstruction and Development. So some important terms which you should remember. Some of them I mentioned. European Neighbourhood Policy Instrument, European Neighbourhood Policy, Millennium Development Goals. I said to you that you don't need to remember the 8 individual goals, but you should remember what it is in general. We have instrument for pre-accession assistance. We have Europe Aid, which is development aid given to developing countries. We have the structural funds, the banks, European Investment Fund, grants, public procurement. So this is the end of basic principles of financing. Again, I would be happy to discuss questions. So what do we do in the last half hour? You have something on the agenda. What I wanted actually briefly to show to you is the main European Union websites and some other websites of the European Union. Here. Now the main website of the European Union is called Europa. Quite simply, europa.eu. So very simple. And it contains all the information about the European Union. Who has seen this website already? So, did you spend some time on this website? Yeah, so you know it. Who did not see this website? Most of you. Okay, so it is, I think, a very well-made website. The problem may only be that it contains all the information about the European Union. This means too much information. So this is what you see here. When you type in europa.eu, what you get to, then you see all the languages of the European Union. I said before that I don't remember the number of the languages, but we can easily count here. These are 8, 7, and it is 23 languages for 27 member states. So we would probably go to English now. There is no Bosnian yet. Croatian also nice. Or do you see how about this? No. Behind all these languages, exactly the same concept, only the different languages. And now you get to a list of topics. But nevertheless, I personally think it's well structured. You can read how the EU works, your life in the EU, EU law, EU by topic, doing business, publications, and you have a list here, and at the end you see always more, all topics, and so on. So what we spoke about today is institutions and bodies and a little bit EU. funding. So when you go there, you can see what I have told you was correct or not correct, and you can check. Institutions and other bodies. You see several topics, and here basic information, institutions and bodies. So we have countries, EU symbols, and so on. Here we have the European Parliament, European Council, Council of the European Union, European Commission, and we have also Court of Justice, Court of Auditors, and so on. And here we have EU residents. By the way, something that I didn't say is that the European Council, or officially, I think it's the Council of the EU, has a presidency, not a president, but a presidency that rotates from country to country. So every 6 months, you're nodding, so you know this probably, every 6 months a different country has the presidency over the European Union. Who is it at the moment? Ireland, you read it there. Who is it starting 1st of July? Who knows this? I think it's Lithuania. And after this it will be Greece. So this is Council of the EU, the European Council is the council where European government prime ministers meet, and you can read about all this. I think we don't need to go into the details here. We have again what we have seen on the top, EU by topic, EU law, and so on. You can go, for example, to the European Commission, and I have used some of the material to prepare the course. And you see competition, 27 commissioners. Purpose, you have the 4 roles of the European Commission that I have mentioned before. We have European Commission Directorate Generals, and you get the whole list of Directorate Generals, 33. You see all of this. As I said, I thought it would make much sense to bring all of this to you, but you can look at this yourself. So this is the Europe.eu website, and just one last point on this. So I go back to the home page. Now the language is a bit different. Yes, I made a mistake. What we have here is ec.europa.eu, which is the European Commission.
Just read, please.
Here we have EU funding. You can click on this. And you get an overview of European funding. You can go down to the individual funding programs. This is what I have said, 2 main types of funding, grants and public contracts. It is called here, I call it public procurement contracts, but this is simply the same. So this is the main European Union website. Any questions to this? Anything that you would like to see? I have put here, yes, this is more or less the same what I told you already. Another question, where to find financing opportunities. Here again, this is the site of the European Commission. You find a list of grants for all kinds of purposes. The problem on this site, on this page, is that this is not all the time completely up to date. Then we have a list of tenders, again on the Europa website or the European Commission part And then, what is also very interesting, tenders of Europe 8 on a site that's called Webgate. And then there are many private sites where you can find such tender publications. For many of them you have to pay. There is another site of all European tenders, including the European Union, which is called PED. I missed to put it here. So I made just one screenshot to very quickly show you. This is the Europe 8 website. And you see geographical zone, for example, tender for Zimbabwe, Montenegro, Tanzania, Montenegro, West Bank, Uganda, and so on. Then you can click on this and can get the details of these tenders. There should be a status. Status is open. This means the tender is actual. You can follow this as a deadline for submission of proposal. And here these are forecasts. You can only see that something should be done in the future. So this was some websites for tenders. I don't know whether I can find this tips website. That stands for Tenders Electronics Daily. Enter user. No, this is something else. So this is the main tender websites of the European Union. Again, you see all the languages. And you see it's called Supplement to the Official Journal of the European Union. And what you see here, top and left, business opportunity, business sector, place of delivery. Here you find the word nuts. And here you can see, for example, in Bulgaria, we have 43 tenders. And these are just the European Union member states that you see here. And then you can check what is happening, for example, in Bulgaria, what kind of tenders are there or have been there, and so on. So any question to this? No. So we have 15 minutes to go. What I have put on the agenda is a kind of general discussion about the European Union. I think you should have now, if you haven't had this, a general idea what the European Union is. As I understand it, Bosnia and Herzegovina at some stage would like to become a member of the European Union. What is your opinion about this? Do you think it will be beneficial for your country? Is there, who is in favor of accession to the European Union? It's not an examination test. Who is against it? All the others. Did I understand
No, no, no.
Or do you think it just does not matter to you? What is your opinion? So you have heard a lot about the European Union today, from policies to financing. What are, yeah?
Every 6 months the president, it's like Yugoslavia for the war. It's very tricky.
Well, I have heard this already, but I have difficulties to comment on this. So it seems to work. But there are maybe also problems for this. For example, we know that the Czech Republic, or the former president of the Czech Republic, was strongly opposed to the European Union, but nevertheless Czech Republic was once the presidency of the European Union. So other opinions. Do you think it would be beneficial for your country to be a member of the European Union? Yes. And why? Why would it be beneficial for Bosnia and Herzegovina?
You have a bigger market.
You have a bigger market. I could say maybe you have it already now.
No.
As a pre-accession country, as a potential candidate. Don't you?
Our products are not enough for the European Union at the moment that we inside.
Yeah.
We don't have these products.
But you think it will...
You can buy everything from Bosnia and Germany. That's very better than, I think.
Yeah, but I think already now it should be possible that in Germany, at least in theory, you could buy products from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yes, from European Union.
Yeah.
It's same product, but made in Austria.
Yeah.
Like that. But that's the problem. I think
So you think this will improve?
it's very good to Bosnia.
Yeah. Other opinions? Of course you're right, yes. Other opinions, why would it be beneficial to join the European Union?
We have funds.
You have it?
Funds. We can use the funds.
In the funds, yes.
Yeah.
Of course, this is a very, very big argument, isn't it? Of course, as I said to you, it's not money given as a gift. A grant is not a gift. I think you understood this now. And you have to do some work for this. Is there some idea whether there are some disadvantages of joining the European Union?
Yeah, they exist.
Yes, for example, what could you think
I
of?
don't know, because I look skeptical on this situation, because every country that has joined before 10 years in the European Union, everybody expected that the life standard would be higher and so on. But when you look at the example of Bulgaria, Romania, I don't know, Iceland, I'm not sure that that's a fact.
Yeah. Now, and this is a difficult and tricky question, because I believe what you have said is correct. The lifestyle in Bulgaria will get better. But on the other hand, you could argue that we have at the moment the economic crisis, which is a kind of obstacle to better economic development. But this does not mean that I disagree with you. You can also look at countries like the other Eastern European countries. And I have some friends in Poland. What I've heard from them is after the accession to the European Union, the growth actually slowed down. So it didn't get better but worse. So this means My personal opinion is that it is an advantage, but it doesn't go very quickly. So you have to be very patient. Accession to the European Union is a long-term process. And everybody who lives in the country joining the European Union should be aware of this and not to be too impatient. Is also, you pointed to Bulgaria, the experience from Bulgaria. But what is very important is the funds. There are no restriction in getting European funds. And this applies on one side, of course, to the government, but on the other side, also to the private organizations. And we will hear about this tomorrow and on Wednesday. Other opinions about the European Union?
If you have any projects in the European Union,
Yeah.
can you deliver a project in another language than English?
Yes.
Romanian or something like that?
In theory, yes. The thing you can, you said deliver.
Yeah.
You can deliver the project in any of the languages, the official languages of the European Union. Yes.
But,
No.
but, I hear but.
Yes, important in this respect is the word deliver. So I think for delivering it doesn't matter so much. But when you want to propose, when you want to get the grant and you propose to the European Union, you can do this also in theory in all languages of the European Union, but it may be more difficult when you don't deliver this in English. Then you may have to wait maybe for a long time to get an answer. So in this respect, proposing means practically always in English. Other questions, other points? What
Is
yeah.
cohesion, cohesion
Yeah.
Between Eastern European countries and West European countries a problem in the European Union? With organization, it's
This is part of the regional policy. This I'm trying to say of the regional policy. So the aim, if you like, of regional policy is on a general level to bring the regions together, but it means practically also to bring more closely together Eastern Europe and Western Europe.
I think cohesion of thinking or something like that. But, for example, Greece.
Yeah.
Greece have many problems because they don't work.
Yeah.
And it's not same thinking in Germany or English. This is a basic problem of European Union. Also,
Yeah.
later it wasn't.
Yeah. This is, I would answer it in this way. This is indirectly also a goal of the European Union. I wouldn't say cohesion of thinking, but rather cohesion of understanding. What I said in the very beginning today, the European Union should bring together all these countries, a kind of globalization. But at the same time, and I think it's important to understand, the European Union wishes to maintain the regional, territorial, cultural identity of the peoples in the European Union. So this means, practically speaking, I would say that Greek people would not be forced to think like Germans, but it should rather be that Greek people should understand German people, should understand that there is a different way of working or living in Germany, and that there are advantages of doing so. And German people, on the other hand, should understand Greek people. So I would answer this way. Also, I think you here in Bosnia would not like that you become German people. I don't know, but there are differences also between Bulgarians and Germans. Other questions? There is one thing that has surprised me, because when I ask you what are advantages or what disadvantages, there is one thing that I hear very often speaking about the European Union, but you didn't say this, which is administration and bureaucracy. So this means when you're an independent country, like you are now, or like, let me say, Switzerland, Norway, you know, these are not European Union countries, they are autonomous. They can, on national level, more or less do what they want. When you join the European Union, you introduce, voluntarily, another level of administration over the national level. And this is what I very often hear as a criticism of the European Union, which in fact is the intention of the European Union, and it is not bad. But nevertheless, it's another additional administrative level that has to be respected. So we were speaking about European Union policies, and I was saying European member states have to implement European Union policies. So this is something that is defined on another level, not on your country, and on the level of your country, although a country has a possibility to influence this. But as I said, very often this is another bureaucratic level which people criticize of the European Union. So do you have any opinion on this? Or would you say you don't mind? Would you say it is nevertheless positive?
This could be positive.
It could be positive.
Yes.
Yes, of course, this is, as I said, also the intention of the European Union. The intention is not to make everything more bureaucratic, but this is a kind of side effect, we could argue. So this means at the end, if I understand you correctly, you are all in favor of joining the European Union. No. At last somebody says no. Why?
Well, all you said sounds great, but experience shows that in practice it's quite different. So if it's so great in EU, why then Switzerland or Norway do not aspire to join? For example, I feel like that's kind of interesting, but no one to comment. I think that in our case, it would be beneficial to join.
So we are speaking not about ideas, we are speaking in some way about practical politics.
Yes.
When you, and you are right, of course, saying this, let me say on the contrary, Greece joined the European Union in 1981. And Greece was very keen to join the European Union because simply they were a poor country, and in fact Greece got a lot of funds from the European Union. So for Greece it was very good at the end. But of course, as I also said already, you have to give up some autonomy. When you look at countries like Switzerland, Norway, they are not poor countries. So they have a high living standard, in particular in Switzerland. And they can afford, I would argue, to remain independent countries. So you join the European Union, you get funds, you get the benefits, but you give up your independence as a country.
Yeah, like EU is certain kind of control.
Yeah.
So that's a disadvantage in my opinion. And I think that these richer countries, or countries which are like for more years in the EU, like are holding all these things in their hands, so that's the main issue. Like we wouldn't have so many opportunities there to make some significant progress.
Right. Well, I personally think at the end it makes sense for a country like Bosnia, for a country like Bulgaria, to join the European Union. And what I admit, as you also said, what I have presented today, this is a bit the theory. The practice is always a bit different and always more difficult. It's easy to speak about Europe 2020 or about the structural funds, but at the end, when you want really to get there, to implement it, it's a long process.
Yeah, because when you said like that the aim is to decrease the poverty and so on, like it sounds like a fairy tale in the world where we live today.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it's a good aim, I support it definitely, but it seems a bit unreal.
I would not say that it is unreal, but it is, maybe I would rather say it's an ideal vision. What I wanted actually a little bit with this discussion also stimulate those kind of ideas. Because when I present the European Union in 4 hours like this, I can only explain to you these ideas. I thought the message of this discussion should be what exactly you said, that these are very nice and good ideas that we need, and we need to work together to put it in practice, but it's very difficult to put it in practice. And what we see also in other Eastern European countries, even in Eastern Germany, and more so in Bulgaria, that the process, for example, reducing poverty, is a very difficult process. And practically speaking, of course we have the excuse of the economic crisis now, but practically speaking the poverty in Bulgaria has grown instead of diminishes. Yeah. But this is, in my opinion, this is not the proof that it is not worth to join the Union. It's only a sign that it's a very long process. And it also depends actually on the willingness of the national governments.
Yeah, but guarantee is like on a minimum, so...
Yeah. It's a matter of general rules.
What's another option?
And there are still imperfections in the European Union. They have also to be aware of this. Any other comment? No. We are at the end. We are just for 2 o'clock. I will be happy if you like to stay and discuss with you. Otherwise, officially, for today we have finished. I hope that you have learned something and that it was useful to you. We will continue tomorrow morning at 8:15 again and speak about EPA and structural funds. Okay.